Hi everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, October 12th, and this is the news we covered over the past week at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Alright, so the updates continue. First, let me give you the monthly October Google Webmaster Report. This is the October Google Webmaster Report. It was pretty crazy end of September, early October, which we discussed last video. It started out with the Google Exact Match domain update, which happened around the 28th or 27th of September. Then we had a Panda update starting on the 27th and continuing throughout around, I don't know, early October or so. We had an image update that happened around October 1st or so, not confirmed. That one was not confirmed, nor did we ask Google to confirm it. And we had a Penguin refresh. The Penguin refresh was around, I believe, October 5th or so, Friday, October 5th. And then we also, which I'll talk about a little bit later, we had another update, which was we had a Panda. We also had we had a page layout update a few days after that, which I'll get to in a little more detail. Let me go through this webmaster report for you. So those are the main things that happened. I go ahead and talk about all the other things that happened over the past month, including all the updates. But Google updated non-updated related stuff, which we talked about in detail, but non-updated related stuff, like we're not talking about the Panda refreshes, we're not talking about Penguin refreshes. That's all in the recap. But non-stuff that are not updated related. Google went ahead and revised their webmaster guidelines, giving a lot more detail. Google talked about how a manual penalty might not result in a decline in ranking, which is interesting. Google said there is no impact on ranking based off of linkage data between the Google profiles. Google also updated their structured data testing tool, which used to be called the rich snippet testing tool. Now it's called the structured data testing tool. And there's some more things that we go through. Anyway, if you want to get that recap, we had posted that on October 9th at seroundtable.com. Now let's get into the Penguin update. It happened late Friday. We didn't discuss this in the last video, but there was a Penguin refresh late Friday. We posted about it on October 8th, first thing on Monday. MacCuts basically said this affected about 0.3 or 0.4% of queries, 0.3% in the US English queries, and 0.4% international, non-US queries. We're calling this the Penguin 3 update since we had a previous one around, the previous one was around March 25th, I believe. The original update was on, April 24th was the original one, May 25th was the refresh, and then we had another refresh on October 5th, which was several months after that. This was just a refresh. It was not a major one that we were expecting to have a jarring and jolting update. It did not happen. We also learned that what does Google consider to be noticeable change in queries? When they say there's a 0.3% change in queries, what does that mean? And MacCuts basically said they're looking at the top 5 results in Google. So I posted a chart showing all the updates as well, so you can take a look at that. Talking about updates, there was another update that happened, and this was a page layout update that happened. That happened on October 9th. Late at night, MacCuts tweeted, not late at night, but later afternoon, early evening, MacCuts tweeted that there was a page layout algorithm update. That impacted about 0.7% of the English queries, and it just added another update to the bundle. So we had the EMD update, September 28th, the image update around October 1st, Panda update happening between September 27th and early October. We had a Penguin update on October 5th, I believe, and then we had the page layout update on October 9th. The page layout looks at how the page is obviously laid out and where the ads are, and if it's too much ads in the way of content, Google will go ahead and give you a decrease in rankings because of that. So Google updated that algorithm, and we have more information about that on October 10th at seroundtable.com. Google also went ahead and updated, obviously we discussed their webmaster guidelines. Part of that, they added some new information about their link schemes content. And one of those things was widely distributed links in the footer of various sites. So basically you see this on a lot of big brands. You see like IAC is a big brand that has all their properties in their footer of their pages. So also, if you go to some of their properties like City Search and Urban Spoo and ShoeBuy, you'll see some of their properties, which they call partners, are also linked in the bottom and the footer. So what is too much linking? What is widely distributed? What does it mean by doing it too much? I don't think IAC is going to be penalized for linking to all their properties, but at what level, at what phase do you actually go ahead and penalize for doing those types of things in footer links? So that's the main question we have. Google's Matt Cutts did a video on guest blogging for links. He basically said that it's okay to have a guest blogger post on your website, assuming that guest blogger is really great writer and providing a lot of value to your site. So he actually called out Lisa Barone, Danny Sullivan, Vanessa Fox as great people to be guest blogging on your site. The thing is, if you just think about it, if you're doing guest blogging for links, then probably the quality is not as great as it should be. People like Lisa Barone, Danny Sullivan, and Vanessa Fox are probably not caring that much about links they'll get from guest blogging on your website. They're more worried about getting a message across as opposed to getting links from your website. That being said, Matt Cutts did this is a short video about it. I posted the video on our October 10th on our website talking about Google's view on guest blogging for links. Honestly, I think he's basically saying, don't guest blog for links, just guest blog for content, for quality content. Google Mobile now has a new cool navigation bar, because basically if you go onto your iPhone or Android and go to Google, you'll see this little button on the top left. You click it, it will slide out a black navigation bar, which has an independent scroll. It also has the Google Plus sharing features in it, which is yippee-doo-doo, and they have some other features in there as well. We posted about this on October 11th at seroundtable.com. There was a report done by I guess a virus company, basically showing that Bing, of the blocked malicious links that they block from search engines in their tools, leading to pretty much to payday loan sites, 65% of them came from Bing, 30% came from Google, and 5% came from other. So Bing is really seemed to be infected, but most of that, if you compare image search to regular search, 95% came from image search. So Bing image search is pretty dirty, I guess. We have a post about that also later this week. Google now has an AdWords credit card. Supposedly they've been beta testing this for a while, a few months at least, but now they announced it's publicly available to anybody who wants to apply. It's basically the Google AdWords business credit card. It's not run by Google, it's just branded for Google. In the US, I think it's run by World Financial Capital Bank. In the UK, it's run by Barclay. And if you want to go ahead and sign up, we have more information about it. The benefit is supposedly that as an AdWords customer, you can get a lot more AdWords credit. It only works for AdWords, so you can get a lot more credit towards your AdWords as opposed to using your normal business credit card. And then we have a post about it on October 10th if you want to learn more about that. Google's search quality team was supposedly renamed to the Google Knowledge team. This was supposedly announced at SES San Francisco a couple months ago. And I'm surprised. I would think search quality is a pretty good name for somebody who's trying to improve the quality, not necessarily the knowledge. There's definitely a different team that specifically works on knowledge graph stuff, so I'm surprised that wouldn't be called the knowledge team. Maybe they're the same team. Obviously, don't know exactly how Google works, but personally a little bit surprised that they changed it from search quality to search knowledge, or knowledge graph, or knowledge team. Here's some polls. 68% said they have 68% said full recovery from Google is not possible. So we did a poll asking, can you fully recover from Google Panda? We posted this on October 9th. The results, 45% said no. They actually did not improve at all. 23% said no, but they improved slightly since the first hit. 12% said they did improve and they have exactly the same traffic. And 20% said they improved and they have more traffic since the Panda update. That's the breakdown on that. Another poll we posted that 63% said Google's AdSense earnings are down historically from previous earnings. The result says Google AdSense earnings up or down historically. 63% said down. 24% said up, and 13% said the same as it was historically. Not great, not great at all. Personally, I got my Google Power Searching Google certificate last night. It was very, very easy. Took me no time. I assume for anybody writing about search or doing SEO, it's a fairly easy test to take. So probably a lot of people got that as well. I think that's about it. I did post this morning, which I want you to take, a poll asking if you recovered from Penguin. It's the, I guess, second link from the top. If you want to go ahead and go to SEOroundtable.com and take that poll, did you recover from Penguin? That would be much appreciated. And that's pretty much it. Thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Today, again, is October 12th, Friday. And that was the news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable over the past week at SEOroundtable.com. Thanks, and have a great, great weekend. Bye.